When was the last time you felt in control of your business finances? Expenses tracked, invoices sent, taxes ready. That's where Found comes in. Found brings your banking, bookkeeping, invoicing, and taxes together in one simple app. Manage expenses, invoice clients, send payments, and prep for tax time right where you bank. Join the hundreds of thousands who have already streamlined their finances with Found. Open a Found account for free at found.com. That's FOUND.com. Found is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by Lead Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome to Higher Health, the podcast that elevates your understanding of health beyond the conventional into a realm where mind, body, and spirit align. If you're ready to rise above the noise of traditional health approaches and connect deeply with your inner wisdom, you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Rodgers, a heart-centered, Harvard-trained epidemiologist, researcher, medical intuitive, and transformational health and longevity expert. In this space, we explore the profound journey of health and well-being, where every choice aligns with your highest self. Together, we'll unlock the true essence of being healthy, empowered, and whole. Welcome back to Higher Health with Dr. Elizabeth Rodgers. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Love and health go hand in hand because love and connection go hand in hand. If you want to be and feel healthy and have optimal longevity, then you can't separate love and connection from these things. That's what we're talking about today in this brief episode, and we'll talk about this again and again and again because it's that important. Through this lifetime, I've come to learn and know that being healthy is all about being connected to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and connected to your source. And it's from this place of connection that you can make the choices in alignment with your highest and healthiest self. Then it's inevitable that you'll be healthy regardless of your circumstances and create optimal longevity. We're all about higher health here. And if you've been around me for any length of time, then you've heard me say this all before. And higher health is about consciously and intentionally being connected and healthy. And being connected has everything to do with love. And so does being healthy. When we're being loving toward ourselves and we're connected with the vibration or frequency of love, it's so much easier to be connected, mind, body, and spirit, and then to be healthy. When we're not being loving towards ourselves, and instead we're being negative, beating ourselves up, criticizing ourselves, worrying, or being fearful, then those are the dominant frequencies we are creating. And even though love is always around and accessible to us, it's so much harder to connect because we're not letting love be our dominant frequency. Instead, we're letting the negative and lower vibrational frequencies or energies get in the way. When you do that, it's so much easier to make unhealthy choices, even if you know they're not good for you or that they're not going to help you feel healthy or feel connected. Higher health calls for us to start being conscious of this and choosing to stay with higher vibrational energies, choosing to stay with love. What are you allowing to be your dominant energy? Is it negativity or positivity? Is it fear, anger, self-criticism? Or is it acceptance, gratitude, love? It's time to start paying attention if you want to be and feel healthy. So start with your own thoughts and the way you talk to yourself. You spend more time talking to yourself in your own head than you do to anyone or anything else. And hopefully the other thing you talk to the most is your source. Thoughts are energy. So what kind of thoughts do you have? how do you talk to yourself? When you make what you perceive as a mistake, do you call yourself stupid? Do you beat yourself up? Or do you tell yourself it's okay because when you make a mistake, it's an opportunity to learn? So instead of beating yourself up, you turn your attention to getting curious about the lesson it's teaching you. If this is what you're doing, then you're being loving toward yourself and staying connected to love. You can't control your thoughts. None of us can. So, of course, we all have unhelpful or negative thoughts. It's part of being human, but we can choose our thoughts and where we put our attention. So, if you realize you're thinking negatively or beating yourself up, do you choose to stop and intentionally talk to yourself in a loving way? Or do you just ruminate in the negativity and let it consume you, bringing your energy and your mood down? It's time to start noticing and paying attention to this. Love makes everything easier. Love makes being connected effortless. Love makes being healthy simple because when we are connected to love, then it's easy to make the healthiest choices possible for ourselves, even when we're faced with unhealthy options at the same time. But fear, which is ultimately at the root of negativity, makes it harder to make the healthiest choices and easier to throw in the towel and do things that we know in our hearts aren't healthy. I feel like most people can say that there's something they know they could do differently or better to be even healthier than they currently are, even if you identify as a healthy person with a healthy lifestyle. So, if that's the case for you, like it is for most people, why aren't you just doing it? If you go get in the fast food line, even though you know you'd rather have a healthy meal, why aren't you? If you go to the bar and drink, even though it doesn't make you feel good the next day and you know it's not good for you, why are you doing it? If you know you need to hydrate more, but you're grabbing another Gatorade or caffeinated drink, why aren't you just drinking the water you know you need? I was talking to a doctor I know about this, someone who helps other people with their health like I do. And he agreed that most people do this. He said to me, it's absolutely true. Like, I know I could exercise more and be more active, but I'm not. So why isn't he just doing it? And whatever your thing is, why aren't you just doing it? Maybe it's love. Maybe it's because you let your dominant frequency be controlled by thoughts and feelings based in negativity, whether it's fear, anxiety, stress, irritation, instead of thoughts and feelings based in positivity like love, acceptance, joy, or compassion. And when you do this, the temptation to make the unhealthy choice is stronger, and it's easier to just do it instead of making the choice you know will help you be healthy and feel good. And when you do this, you're not being connected to yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And if you're not being connected, you're not really being healthy. So, does that mean that you're being healthy when you're taking the walk so you can check the exercise box off for the day while you drink caffeine, shove your face in your phone, and disconnect from yourself while you absorb toxic energy from social media or the external stress going on at work that you're focusing on while you send emails? No, it doesn't. But if you're taking that walk while you're focusing on your breath, drinking water, listening to binaural beats or positive audio, or better yet, listening to your own thoughts and observing those that are negative or aren't helpful, so you can move your attention and focus to positive thoughts while you connect with yourself. That's being healthy because you're choosing to let love and positive frequencies be your dominant energy. Then maybe you'll feel uplifted and energized when you're done with your walk instead of feeling exhausted or just glad it's checked off your list. Higher health calls on us to start being conscious and aware in this way? Are you choosing to stay connected to love when you're moving through your day, when you're taking care of yourself, when you're making the choices that impact your health, which is every single choice you make? It's time to notice. Fear, worry, anger, frustration, all the negative frequencies, they'll always be around. But so will love, joy, gratitude, peace, and all the positive frequencies. It's always the both and, because we live on planet Earth and we are human beings. But you get to be the bridge between the two polarities, and you get to choose which side of the bridge you want to stand on. When you choose love, you're choosing to be connected to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and connection to your source is so much stronger. When you choose love, the more you choose it, the more it will become your dominant frequency, and the healthier you and your life will be. So the next time you're talking to yourself or making any choice at all, ask yourself, what am I connected to? If it's love, you'll feel it. Love, connection, health. It is all connected. Are you? I hope with all of my heart that you can feel the love and positive energy that I intentionally infused into this episode and to every single episode I do for you and for everything I write for you. Please remember, the world needs your light. Trust yourself and your heart. And the way to do that is by staying connected to yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and to your source. That is all that being healthy truly is. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening to Higher Health with Dr. Elizabeth Rodgers. If you enjoyed the show today, it would mean so very much to me if you subscribe to the show and leave an honest, positive review. You can easily subscribe by going to the upper right-hand corner of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and press the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. Also, be sure to sign up for my email list and join my private Substack community to get even more content, value, and support on your health and well-being journey. You'll find these links in the show notes. Sending you so much positive and supportive energy today. I really hope you can feel it.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.